Hello, hello, Internet. Hello, y'all. It is good to see you. What even day is it? It's Thursday, I think. Hey, y'all. Can you hear me okay? It's good to see you. We've got some folks here. Greg is here. John is here. John says, I need that shirt because I don't drink beer, but if I wore that to parties, I'd be perceived as more acceptable. Well, I got my Haken shirt last night, y'all. Looks like a Heineken shirt. And we had a good time. We had a great time last night. And so normally what I have done over these last few months where I have started to go to concerts and see some of these bands that we have been talking about and listening to for the first time is to come out with a concert review so I can tell you all what happened. And I normally have footage to share with you. Well, the good news is that I was in the second row last night. The bad news is that they were very on top of policing the taking of little videos with your phone or photos with your phone. So I have a few like short little clips and a couple of photos, but mainly I kept my phone in my pocket and just had a good time last night. But I wanted to come on and say hello on a Thursday, y'all. We normally don't do live streams on Thursdays. It's good to see all of you chatting here. Arrow's around, Memlorn's around, Koch is here, Megan's here. Hi, Meg. It's good to see you from the other room over there doing your work. Garance is here. Garrett says, I was listening to my other video that came out today, the Concerto for a Rainy Day from ELO. And he says, this started up in a different tab, had me confused for a minute. He's like, hello, hello, hello. I'm on the other tab. Thank you, Garance, for having two tabs for your friend Doug. John, good to see you all. So here, let me just take you through a quick little bit here. I'm not going to take very long. I just wanted to come on and say hello and to say a couple things. About 4 or 5 days ago, actually, I was planning to go to their tour stop in New Jersey next month. I hadn't bought my ticket yet, and our friend Russ contacted me 4 or 5 days ago, and he says, hey, my friend that was going to come to the show with me ended up not being able to come. Would you like to come? It's in Pennsylvania on Wednesday. And I said, sure, let's do it. And so he had great seats. We were in the middle in row BBB, which is right after AAA. I mean, literally, I could reach up and pull one of the medallions off of Russell Allen's pants last night during the Symphony X portion of the proceedings. The show was at the Keswick Theater in Glenside, Pennsylvania. It was my first time being there. Cute little area, great tavern across the street. We got some pre-show beers, and then we went. Let me start with this. They open the doors at 7, so we go inside around 10 after 7, a quarter after 7. And there's a band already playing. It's not Haken and it's not Symphony X. It's another opening band called Trope. And I don't know anything about this band. We get in. We're in the back part of the of the theater, and we're grabbing a drink, and we're just kind of listening to the band from the lobby. And they sound really nice. And it takes us a few minutes to figure out that we're hearing drums, and we're hearing bass and guitar, and the lead singer, who is a lady, by the way, sounded great. But we hear all of this stuff, but there's only 2 musicians on stage. The only people on stage, Trev, I agree with you. Trope was just Tool with the lady singer. There was one song from them, I'm like, that could be Maynard back there, or a Maynard impression back there. It sounded fine. I mean, a Tool-esque band is still, nothing to complain about. But the thing that was weird, I don't know where they're from, or if some of their folks couldn't make it, or what was going on. They only had the lead singer and the guitar player, and they were playing to tracks. You heard the bass and you heard the drums. It was the weirdest thing, y'all. So they played, for half an hour or so and then left. And then Haken came on, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself, y'all. I have had a chance to chat with Ross Jennings in the background. Alf, I know that backing tracks are a thing. I actually think that the other bands were using them too. But to see a band on stage and to see a drum set on stage and to hear drums being played, but not seeing them being played was interesting. Was interesting to me. Oblivion asks, "Was this my first Symphony X concert?" Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I'll get to Symphony X in a moment. But first, we got Haken here, y'all. Dun, 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 dun. Haken. They came out. The set list was, let's see, Prosthetic and Invasion, which I think are the first two tracks from their most recent album called Virus that came out in 2020. They haven't had a chance to support that album, so it makes sense that they would start with those songs. They then played Nightingale, which is the brand new single that we took a look at here on the channel last week, and from an upcoming unnamed album as of yet. That one was really, really great. And they played Cockroach King next, my favorite. It was so fun. I have a little clip of that one with them playing. Then they played Nil by Mouth, which is from Vector. They played 1985 from their album Affinity. And the cool thing here was that in the middle of the 1985 song, they put in a cover of Owner of a Lonely Heart. And to hear Ross Jennings sing Owner of a Lonely Heart, just belting it out, was awesome. It was really, really, really fun. And then they finished up with Carousel, which is the third track off of their most recent album called Virus. Marcos, I think that I sent the clip to you, right, of Cockroach King. So show that to your son, Jonas. I know that's one of his favorite songs. I know this is only the second tour stop in this version of the tour. So with Symphony X, they were in, I think, where were they before? New York-ish. I know Haken's done some sets previously on Cruise to the Edge and such, but man, they were tight on stage. Just to hear them and watch them play, they were in rare form last night, and it was very, very good. So Symphony X came next, and it was my first time seeing them. I actually know fewer of their tunes than I know of Haken's tunes. They played Nevermore, and then Evolution, the Grand Design. They played Serpent's Kiss, Sea of Lies, Without You, When All Is Lost, Kiss of Fire, Run with the Devil, Set the World on Fire, and then the encore. They left and they came back and they said, "Okay, y'all, we've got an encore for you." The bad news is it's only one song, but the good news is it's an over 20-minute song. And they played the Odyssey, the entire Odyssey, which I have looked at here on the channel before as the encore. And man, to see Michael Romeo just up close and personal from the second row playing all that stuff. I mean, I went to Dream Theater earlier this year, and to see Petrucci play was wonderful. It was so loud at Dream Theater, it was really hard to make out all that what John was doing. But last night, I didn't have to use my earplugs. The sound was great. We were up close, and you could hear everything. And here's Michael Romeo just playing along on the guitar. Yes, ma'am.
Ben said on there, he was there last night too.
Who?
Ben.
Ben, you were there last night. Did you say hi? I can't remember. Several people came up and said hello to me last night. It was a lot of fun to say hello to, gosh, almost maybe 24 folks came up and said hi. And it just makes the evening just so much fun to share stories. And I learned a lot from people that told me, here's what to look for, here's what, is going to happen. The thing that I thought about Symphony X was Russell Allen, the lead singer, is an absolute beast on stage. He has more stage presence as a lead singer, as a front man, than I can remember seeing like ever. He commands the stage. He's a large dude, right? But man, he was killing it last night, and you could tell he was just happy as shit to be on stage and out and performing music again. He was giddy last night. They all were smiling and playing and having a good old time. The venue was relatively small, and so it was an intimate crowd, but the crowd was into it. Here's the other thing, y'all, that I've been surprised about, because I haven't been to too many of these prog metal shows in my lifetime. So I'm there to enjoy the music, but I'm also there to observe the crowd behavior, because that just analyzing and observing things is what I one of the things that I do, right? And just I'm curious at how at least the crowds that I've been to so far. I have seen in smaller theaters, Dream Theater, we've seen Transatlantic, and then now Haken and Symphony X. And from these, I mean, I saw Tool, but they were at a huge arena, right? But at these smaller venues, like last night, we were in the second row. For the Haken set, all of us in the front rows were seated the entire time. I mean, everybody was into it and paying attention and listening, but we're not standing up and partying. We're like zoned in, right? And that's like what's been interesting for me about these folks, like all of you that love this prog metal music, and you go to these shows, it's not like you can get lost in the music and just thrash around. You are there to hear them play those complicated riffs that you have come to know and love, right? And you're just intently watching these folks, because most of you are amateur musicians yourself, or you play your own instruments. You're like, I'm watching the bass player. What's he doing? You're like, is he doing it? Like, and you're paying attention, and that's what I see from these fans. And it's almost like a mashup of people going to a classical concert that are there to just really zone in and pay attention to the music, and a rock concert where people are thrashing. It's like a sandwich right in the middle, and it was really, really, really fun to watch it. What are y'all saying? There's stuff going on the chat here. This is why I need Megan in the room to help keep me on point here. Let's see. Ben says, some guy was standing during Haken and he got screamed at during the intermission. It's like, if everybody stands, then everybody stands. But if nobody stands, don't be the asshole, right? That's like, and me and Russ, my friend Russ, and we were there, like, we're in the second row. I'm 6'4", and Russ is like 6'5". And if we stand up and we're going like this, then the people behind us are gonna, have a good shot at, kicking us right in our ass, saying, hey, yeah, 12:18 official says, yeah, 11:8 is hard to mosh to. Touche, right? So that's what we've got. I posted a picture of myself with Richard Henshaw, one of the guitarists and main writers for Haken. We got to chat for a few minutes after the show, took a picture with him. And we just had a wonderful, wonderful time last night. And so if y'all are interested in seeing this concert, the tickets are not too expensive. They're just getting started. They're going to be going for a little bit. And yeah, Arrow. No, it was mainly just what me and Rich talked about. There were other fans around. So as I walked up, I'm like, I saw, hey, that looks like Richard. And there were a couple other fans, because I was walking to my car, and I was parked relatively near the buses, and so I was kind of checking to see if any of the band members were out and hanging out, because it was a lovely night, right? And Rich was out, and he was talking to a few fans, and a couple of the fans recognized me, and so I came over. I was talking to the fans, and I was talking to Rich, and we took a quick photo, and I told him I would be in touch. And because I want to talk some more with him. Of all of, I'm going to, do I say this? It's not a competition, y'all. But for me personally, of all the sets that I have heard this year, the Haken set was my favorite. It was a little heavy at first with those newer songs from Virus, but man, those guys were just on point. Being up close helps, and having the sound be really, really good also helps. But man, it was a lovely, fun show. I'll put a couple of pictures and clips on my social media. And like I said, I just wasn't, I didn't have the opportunity to take more clips that I can kind of edit together a true concert report. But this will work just fine. So if you follow me on Facebook and Insta or on Twitter, take a look there. Later today, I'll put a couple clips up for all of you. And Ben said, Ben, the Yes tribute had you laughing. I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was really cool. I always love when bands put in covers that come in like unexpected. They were in the middle of a tune, and I'm like, are they doing Yes? That's a Yes song that I know, or that I did know before I started doing all of this. Eric is asking, why has my reaction to Symphony X, The Divine Wings of Tragedy, disappeared from YouTube? I did not know that that was the case. I will investigate. I will investigate. And I think I need to do some more Symphony X on the channel. They really impressed me as well last night. Had a great time. Just wanted to come out here today and chat with all of you and let you know that it was fun, and it's a great show that doesn't cost you an arm and a leg, that you can go out and enjoy, and these guys are eager to play, and they're putting on a great evening of music for sure. So I think that's all for today. I will check in on that other one that we think is blocked. I'll check into that and see what I can do, y'all. But that's all for today. Cheers, everybody. We got to go. Actually, I will just put a plug in for the channel before I leave. We did Concerto for a Rainy Day by ELO today. That is newly posted today. And tomorrow, we've got a double header of Yes. Tomorrow, we're going to do Starship Trooper, one of the live recordings, and we're going to do Homeworld, also by Yes. So that's going to be fun for a Masterpiece Friday. That'll be probably in the afternoon tomorrow. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon. Now I got a Haken shirt that I can wear, and so people can spot me better at future events. So thanks for the support, everybody. See you later.